Greetings, D&D players, enthusiasts, and observers alike, and welcome back to Chronicles of Krieth. My name is Emma, and I will be your DM today and every day that this wonderful campaign exists. Now, without further ado, let's go back and reintroduce our players of the evening before we recap all the fun of last session. So, since we usually go around to my right, Tyler, as the newest member of the party, do you want to start us off?
Absolutely. Hello, good evening, good morning, or whatever time you're listening to this. I am playing the character of Carawynn, who was introduced last time as a fairly jaunting centaur, not just to those in the party, but to those around him. And while he was minding his own business, he has, of course, as many things start off with, stumbled into utter chaos. And from my understanding, that is the regular theme of this campaign. So I'll be right at home.
Absolutely. One very rarely stumbles into this campaign without stumbling into some sort of chaos. But we will move on to the less chaotic member of the party, Jeremy.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jeremy, and I play Damien, our lovable father figure blacksmith, who's about to teach a couple of little rogues to keep the daggers in their pants.
Indeed. And we now move on to someone who is very experienced at teaching people with hefty egos lots of lessons, Gia.
I like the way you put that. Hi, everyone. I'm Gia. I'm here playing Carawynn Darcy, the reborn sorcerer of the party. I was just trying to get groceries, and now we're fighting in the streets. Yeah, you know, that's how it goes sometimes.
Normal Tuesday for Carawynn, I'm sure.
It's fine.
It's fine. And last but not least, to the player whose character started said fight in the streets, Rosie.
I'm Rosie. I'm playing Elon, the guard captain from the city of Krieth. I'm not sure if he's a pretty boy anymore. We'll have to wait on Gia's artwork. I hope he is.
He's so pretty.
I'm sure he'll be freaking hot. Gia made the rest of the party look awesome, so
I'm not sure why I want him to be hot. I really haven't gotten to the base of that, but oh well.
I mean, Gia did draw Rubo and Thelthu and Carawynn already, and based on the three, we had a pretty hot party going on, but
Damien with his dad bod's going to be coming up.
Oh, absolutely. We must get the dad bod.
I gotta fix the thing I started with for Damien because I realized I hated it.
That's fair. That is completely fair. And with that in mind, we move on to our recap. So, last we left off, our party was taking advantage of being wanted fugitives of the Andrus Isle to lay low and take some much needed downtime to do things for themselves. Carawynn did a lot of research. Elon did a lot of letter writing, as did Damien. And Damien reopened his blacksmithing shop really quickly in the very seedy little town where they were hiding out, called Dreani. But as the party finished with their various tasks in their downtime, they found themselves on a normal day running errands like any other, face to face with a strange centaur who walked in around the same time as 4 rogue ruffians who managed to piss off both Damien and Elon. Elon enough that he threw a punch at one, and they decided to come after him outside the local tavern, which is where we pick back up as I ask everyone to roll initiative, please.
I'm ready.
Alrighty. Did anyone get above a 20?
Elon did.
What did you get?
I got a 24.
Alrighty. Anyone else? 20 to 15. 15 to 10.
Damien got an 11.
Carawynn got a 13.
Okay. 10 to 5. Below 5.
Not one.
Yikes.
+1 is 2, but not 1.
You have a tendency to roll nat ones on initiative, Carawynn.
Yeah. She has late reactions sometimes.
She won't start it, but she'll certainly finish it.
Fuck yeah, let's go with that.
Indeed. But you know who is going to start it today? Elon.
Hey.
I mean, I already started it technically.
That you did, but now you're going to start off our initiative order too. So, Alon, what are you doing first?
Well, first question. Do I have those short swords that Damien gave me?
Damien has not gotten over to give them to you.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
No, he's walking your way.
How many guys are there?
4.
All right. The first one, the one that I already hurt, I'm going to go ahead and I can do 2 actions, so I can do 2 fists. Yeah?
Yes, you can.
Here we go. Is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. Second hit then. Ooh. 26?
That definitely hits.
Yeah. All right. So damage.
Damage is 1 for unproficient unarmed combat is 1 plus strength modifier.
So 6 then. So 6 and 6, 12.
Nice.
Then I spit on him. I want him conscious enough to relive that.
Yeah, he's looking a bit more beat up now as he sort of stumbles backward and glares as you spit at him.
I'm gonna say that Alon fighting at night taught him a lot of dirty shit. That's where that came from.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But as you spit at him, you're going to watch one of his friends sort of push him backwards and step forward. But he's not going to go just yet. As you see him pull some daggers and get ready to take action. As we move to Carawynn. You're watching as Damien, this man that you were sent to find, is now walking away, shield and 2 swords in hand, towards this brawl that has broken out in the streets.
Okay. Well, all things considered, it may behoove him to, aid Damien and these other fellows that he has not yet met in whatever the heck is going on. He'll notice, I guess, that these are the people from earlier too that had been a little bit snarky with him before, correct?
Yes, these were the snarky individuals that you spoke with on your way in.
Lovely. Okay. So, in that case, all right. I guess I will whip out I guess I have so many things to look through right now. But I guess just for the sake of simplicity, how far away do they seem to be from me?
They would be about 50 feet from you.
Okay. So that would be within range. So I'm going to kind of reach behind me in my things. I'm going to pull out my longbow and knock an arrow, and I'm going to aim it at the one that... So Elon beat the crap out of one of them already. Or person that I don't yet know beat the crap out of, this one. I guess I'm going to choose the one that had the brooch or the shiny bauble. That's the one I'm going to target, if I can see them.
You absolutely can. That's actually the one that stepped forward in front of his companion. So go ahead and roll the hit.
Okay, that is a 20.
20 will hit.
Okay, and I believe I have an extra attack, so I can attack twice. So do you want me to roll damage for the first one first, and then do the next one, or just do the second one?
Roll attack for the second one, and then roll damage for both.
Okay. Ooh, 8. So I think it was a
Oof.
nat 1, actually.
That definitely will not hit.
Yeah, so, okay, so the first one will hit, and the other one I will fumble, I guess. We'll go. All right. So 12.
12 points of damage. Alrighty. And all of you watch as this arrow goes flying and lands, not necessarily lands, but rather cuts a gash across the cheek of the one that had stepped forward. And blood begins pouring from the wound. You said that was 12 points of damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And we move on to Damien.
Damien's just going to come walking forward. As he gets close enough to Alon, he's just going to drop the swords on the ground and be like, "You pissants really don't know what's good for you. First you threaten me, then you pick a fight with my friend Jason. Jason, don't kill any of them. They owe me money. I'm fixing their weapons."
I pay no regard to Damien.
And then he is going to take the gauntlet that has the shield attached to it and smash a guy in the face with it.
Alrighty, roll the hit.
That is a 12 to hit.
That will just hit.
Oh.
You see one of the guys, the other guys, sort of steps forward towards you, and...
I'm hitting boss guy in the face.
That would not hit boss guy then.
Okay. And then why did it do that? 22. Does that hit?
22 will hit boss guy.
Cool. He takes 10 bludgeoning damage
Ouch.
to the face. And if he attacks anyone else other than me, he gets disadvantage.
Fantastic.
Then I'm going to use my bonus action to use defensive shield and just go ahead and gain those 8 temporary hit points real quick.
Alrighty.
That'll be Damien's turn.
Fantastic. So now the minions are gonna go ahead and take their turns really quickly, as one of them is going to step up to each of you, Damien and Alon. And does a 17 hit you, Alon?
Yep, I don't have my armor on.
Alrighty. So the one is making 2 attacks at you. That's definitely not going to hit. That's a 6.
Nah.
So that second attack doesn't hit, but the first swing that they reach out with the dagger, whew, that's going to do 8 points of piercing damage.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Not at all. You're lucky they don't get sneak attack this turn. Otherwise, that might have been bad because I rolled max damage for him with just the straight dagger.
I should have gotten sneak attack damage on that one.
Well, they're not flanking you, is the thing, and there's no other way for them to get the advantage, really.
Got it. No worries.
But then Damien, the other one, sort of comes up to you. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes, I'm not wearing armor.
Alrighty.
Not all of my armor, technically.
Got it.
Just my gauntlets.
And then, oof, that's going to be a 21 on the second hit?
Yep.
Alrighty. Ouch. So that guy's going to do 7 points of piercing damage on that first strike.
Which does no damage to me.
Oh, damn.
Because my temporary hit points.
And then another 3 points with that second strike.
'Tis but a scratch.
Indeed. It literally is, though.
I've taken 2 points of damage. And next turn I will have another 8 hit point temporary shield.
Mm-hmm. As we watch, the third one is actually going to go ahead and take their dagger and aim it at Carawynn. Whew. That is a 23 to hit.
That does hit.
That was a natural 19. The dice were like, okay, we're going to get good now.
Can I ask a question?
Answer.
Do they have to walk past me to get to Carawynn?
He's not walking past you, he's throwing a dagger past you.
Ah, okay, got it.
So he's making a ranged attack. Oof. And max damage, too, is that's going to be 8 points of piercing for that one, Carawynn.
Okie doke.
And he's going to elect to keep his other dagger. And he's actually also going to step up to Alon and try and get flanking him with his buddy. And that's going to be, for Alon, that's going to be a 22 to hit.
It hits.
Alrighty. So then that's with sneak attack damage. That's going to be 9 points of piercing.
Okay.
As this one stabs into your back. I am also going to go ahead and, Damien, with you shield bashing this guy in the face, Boss Man's not too happy. So now that his buddy has stepped up to try and defend him, he's going to go ahead and bonus action disengage for just a moment before he doesn't necessarily need to do that because he's just going to step around you to flank with his friend and go ahead and attempt to make an attack at you. That's a natural 20.
Ooh, them sneak attack dice gonna hurt.
I'm not even kidding. I didn't even roll the advantage. I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna have to roll the advantage dice. It did not need to roll advantage.
Was he rolling that with advantage?
Yes, because he stepped around Damien to flank.
Okay, if I cast a silvery barbs to make him roll that with disadvantage, would it still just be the same thing pretty much since he was already rolling with advantage?
He'd still get the crit, but he wouldn't get the sneak attack.
He wouldn't get the sneak attack?
No, because you have to have advantage to get the sneak attack.
Yep.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, I will do that then. I'm just wondering how worth it, because I don't want him to crit with sneak attack on Damien. So yeah, I will just, from the crowd, I'm just holding my groceries in one arm, and from the crowd, I just go and cast silvery barbs on him, so he's rolling with disadvantage, so he doesn't get sneak attack. And I will go ahead and give advantage to Alon for your next roll.
Much obliged.
Fantastic. All right. I will go ahead and roll that damage for him then. He does not get the sneak attack, but that is still going to hurt as he does. Oof. He's going to do 9 points of piercing damage, and I also need Damien to make a constitution saving throw.
That's a 22 for the save throw.
That succeeds. So you're going to take 12 points of poison damage as Damien, you feel yourself start to go a little fuzzy. Clearly there was something a little bit worse on the blade than just the sharpness of it, but the poison doesn't heavily affect you. You manage to shake it off.
All right.
But with that, we do move to Carawynn as she drops her groceries.
I do not drop them. I'm just holding them on one hip. I spent too much money on these fresh fruits.
Fair.
I will not waste food. But yeah, just kind of from the crowd, after I kind of deflect that attack a bit with the silvery barbs, how far away am I currently?
I'd say pretty similarly to Carawynn, you'd be about 60 feet in the other direction.
Okay, great. And there's 3 of them?
There's 4 of them.
4 of them, okay.
One is looking a bit more hurt than the others.
And the other 3 are still looking pretty sturdy?
2 are untouched. One is looking a little bit damaged, but not as bad as the rest of them. Or the other one.
My area of effect things would hit my allies, so I'm not going to do that. Plus, there's probably a shit ton of other bystanders I don't want to just explode. Let's go ahead and I will target one of the minions that is untouched. And I will walk 30 feet forward, so I'm 20 feet away from them. And as I'm walking forward, there are just whispers going through the crowd as I'm casting Crown of Madness. As I hit the end of my 30 feet movement, just a tendril of like dark kind of fog goes towards the untouched minion and just latches on the top of his head like a hand and turns his head towards one of his friends. I need him to make a wisdom saving throw to avoid being charmed.
Fantastic. Let's see. That's a nat 1.
Yes. Yeah, obviously he fails. So I am going to pit him against the other untouched person. He has to use his action to attack him.
Fantastic.
So he's under my control.
Awesome.
And I'm still kind of amongst people, aren't I?
Yeah, there's not a huge crowd out in the streets, but you see one is starting to gather now that some noise has been made.
I probably shouldn't activate my Afriti's aura then, because I will just automatically burn the shit out of random bystanders standing around me. So I don't think I'm going to do that. And I believe that's the only fun thing I have with the bonus action. So that's my movement in action. And yeah, that's all I'll do. I'm just going to hold control on that guy.
Sounds good. And we hop back to the top of the round with Alon.
Remember, you have advantage for the next D20 roll you make.
Cool, thank you. Alon is definitely going to go pick up those short swords.
Alrighty.
Do I still get 2 actions?
You would still get the 2 attacks, yes. I would just say that since you had to pick up the weapon, like walk over, pick up the weapons, that's a little more effort, like stepping away from the battle. So I'd say you don't get the offhand attack for this one.
Okay, so just one. So just 2 regular attacks. Cool. Okay. Short sword to whoever's closest to me. Then.
Alrighty.
That is a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Cool. And then my other. Ooh, good lord, that's a little overkill. 26.
That will also hit.
Cool. And then damage for those 2, 9 damage, and that's max damage 11.
You're finishing this guy off. Go ahead and.
Ah, crap.
This is the guy that you initially punched. Go ahead and floor is yours.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to kill him. I don't know if I want to kill them. Like, is it okay to say, like, I hit him with the flat of my blade or I hit him with the pommel of the sword instead?
Yeah, you can do non-lethal damage.
Yeah, I'll do non-lethal pretty much as I take the flat of my blade at the last second and go across his neck and just boom, and it's gonna hurt and he sees stars. He lands hard. I spit on him again. What?
This is the third time you've spit on him, and
I'm tired of this place, and this is the attitude I feel that is of this place, so I'm just displaying dominance. It's fine.
fair enough. But yeah, you watch him hit the ground. He is out cold. As we then move to the leader of the group, who is going to go ahead and take another attack at Damien. Still flanking, so he does get the advantage this time, though not to much use. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yep.
Alrighty. I'm going to need another con save from you, my friend.
That one's a natural 20 with a 27.
Oh, damn. Well, that is going to be 4 points of piercing damage. And with a nat 20, I'm going to say that having been exposed to the poison once already, this time your body is kind of like, nah, you know what? We're good. We know how to fight this now. And you feel no effect as the poison courses through your veins. And you take no additional damage on that nat 20.
Booyah, Tripwire.
But alrighty, that is his turn. So we are going to move to Carawynn. Back to you.
Okay. Now, the person who threw the dagger at me, are they still conscious?
They are indeed.
Are they still... Is this the one that was charmed, or is this one not charmed?
This is the one that is not charmed. This is the one that Chatwin is actually sending him after.
Well, because I was so rudely attacked with a dagger, which I don't take all that kindly to necessarily. How far away is that enemy from me, you'd say?
I'd say they're still about 50 feet.
Okay. In that case, I am going to do the following. I am going to cast Hunter's Mark on that enemy.
Fantastic.
And so I deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever I hit them with a weapon attack. And I have an advantage on any wisdom perception or wisdom survival checks I make to find it. Okay, and I guess I'm going to just cast it at its normal spell level, spell slot.
Sweet.
So I've mocked them. Let's see. I'm going to, because I think I might have made a slight miscalculation last time, because any time I have certain modifiers, I always seem to forget. But I actually have proficiency in archery, so I gain a +2 bonus to attack rolls I make with ranged weapons. So I don't think I applied that last time, though I don't think it would have mattered for one of the shots. But anyway, I am going to actually
Shoot a motherfucker in the face.
Yep, I'm going to use my longbow again. Yeah, no, that's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot my longbow at this fellow who tried to so rudely stab me. I just got here. That's not very polite. So I guess I would just add 2 to whatever I get. So 24.
That hits.
And then again, 16.
That hits.
Okay. So I am going to roll damage.
Yay.
So first one's 5, second one's 11, but then Hunter's Mark is 1d6 for each as well. So we're at, I guess I'll roll 2d. Should I just roll 2d6 then?
Yes, roll 2d6.
So that's 8. So we're at 24, 20, no, 22, I believe, if my math is correct. So 5, 11, and then 8.
Yeah, he's hurting real bad as you shoot the arrow and it plunges into his chest, inches from his heart. And he
Good.
screeches out in pain.
Carowynn's going to let out a terrible death whinny as he takes pride in his shot.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but just I'm trying to picture that in my head. A death Winnie.
It sounds like that horse, like in a Beauty and the Beast, like the old cartoon one, where it's like the really deep. That's what I imagine.
Probably.
Please never do impressions on here, Jeremy. Please.
Fantastic. As we move to Damien.
Damien being stabbed in the back twice is just going to kind of like turn around and look at this guy and give this very sinister smile. Not very befitting of his friendly mercantile appearance before, as he's going to touch his gauntlet to the shield. Red light is going to light up on the shield and flow into the gauntlet. And he's going to be like, I've been wanting to try this out. And I am going to use Booming Blade, enhancing both the gauntlet's melee attack and the spell with the gem.
Fantastic. Roll the hit.
Oh, these gonna hurt. Oh, come on. Are you fucking kidding me? There's no way I can miss without rolling in that one, and I rolled in that one.
No! Damien, why?
No fucking way. I wanted to see the big damage numbers.
Oh.
Because that was gonna be big damage numbers. I'm adding a strength modifier to my attack, my damage, my spell damage, and my spell attack. I was gonna hit this motherfucker like a truck.
I mean, this is good. I don't really want to start a war, with...
Oh, I wanted to knock him the fuck out.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we shouldn't start anything, don't kill them. I mean, that's fine. We can put them in their place, but don't kill them. I don't want to start a war with the local gang. Chatwin's probably over there like...
My neck's cracking as I controlling this guy. What'd you say?
So I'm going to explain this, okay? Damien's gauntlet's going to glow with this dark red hue, and he is going to swing this fucking fist and pass right by this motherfucker, and his big boom is going to sound, and he's just like, "Oh, you got lucky."
And he's just going to kind of raise an eyebrow. As it is now the rest of the rogues' turns.
Oh yeah, I'm going to bonus action use my shield too. 8 more
okay.
temporary hit points. Let's go.
Fantastic. But it looks like there's only 2 of them left. So, Chatwin, you're going to watch the one that you charmed turn to his buddy. That's a 2 to hit. So 6 total.
Useless.
So that's not going to work. Thankfully, they have 2 attacks.
Nice.
That's a 10, which is still not going to hit the armor class.
Useless.
Useless indeed.
And he gets to make that wisdom save again whenever he's done, by the way, to break out of the spell.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so that is the end of his turn. Of course, now he rolls the nat 20.
Damn it!
So you see him kind of shake out of it, and the crown of smoke that was above his head kind of dissipates. As he kind of looks at his buddy in confusion, looks at the dagger in his hand, and you see him sort of turn around towards Alon and Damien again, trying to figure out why the hell he wasn't attacking them. As the other one, having just dodged his friend's attacks, kind of stumbles forward back towards... I believe he was the one attacking... He previously attacked Carawynn, but then went to attack Alon, I think. Wow, I should have written down who was attacking who. Oopsie!
Yeah, the one that attacked Carawynn attacked Alon.
Okay. So he's gonna go at Alon. Alon, does a 14 hit you?
That is my armor class.
Okay, so that's not gonna hit then. Or yes, it does. Wow, it's midnight, guys. I apologize.
Matching armor class, I'm pretty sure does not hit.
That's what I thought.
To make an attack roll... Oh, no, if it equals armor class, the attack hits. So yeah, he does hit.
Okay. So then you are going to take Alon. The other guy that was giving him flank on you is down, so you're only going to take 7 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
And that's his first hit. Second one's not going to hit because that's a 9.
Nope.
So he kind of looks up at you a bit concerned as we move to Chatwin.
Cool. Well, since he broke out of the spell ended, so I don't have to use my action to keep it up. So there's 2 left, you said?
Yes, there's one that looks pretty rough, and then the other one that you had previously charmed that looks untouched.
I'll go after the guy that's still untouched, that broke out of my charm. First, I shift the groceries to the other arm because the first arm's getting tired. Then I am going to just kind of like sigh a little bit, going like, waste of the spell. And I'm just gonna really lazily cast Chromatic Orb on the guy. And I'm gonna go ahead. I'll make it cold damage. I'm just gonna do a first level. Right, that's roll to hit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I always forget if Chromatic Orb is a save. Oh, goodness. That is plus 8. That's going to be 15?
That hits.
Oh, nice. Okay, so cold damage, because my aura isn't up, so might as well. Okay, not bad. So that is going to be 12, 16 points of cold damage. Just hits him on the cheekbone and just ice spikes.
Yeah, ouch. You see these ice spikes erupt in front of this guy and across his skin, and he screeches out in pain. He's still standing, but he's looking kind of hurt.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep chilling where I am. That's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. And we will jump back to the top of the round once again for Elon.
There's still the two guys?
Yeah, so Boss Man is still up, and then there's the two minions. One now with ice spikes sticking out of his skin, and the other with significant amounts of...
Can I don't know, can I position myself over to the two minions and just, like, hit one, maybe another?
Sure, roll the hit.
Alrighty. Oh my, I got a 19 on that roll, so that's a 28.
That's definitely gonna hit.
Yeah, and the other one is a 19 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And then my offhand. Hold on, I have to do math in my head sometimes, man. 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Yeah, alright. So, first hit, that is a 7 damage.
Which one are you hitting? Ice guy or the other one?
The ice spike. Yeah, ice spike guy.
He's still standing, but he's looking real bad.
Well, let's give him another one, shall we? 8 damage.
He's down.
Cool. And then the other guy. Ooh, that's max damage 11.
He is also down. So if you want to describe how you take out those two.
I probably just like move really quick and I slice at one and like I slice at one and then I slice at the other. I take that one down, then I go back at the first one and then he goes down.
Fantastic. And you watch both of them fall bleeding to the ground.
Yeah, I'm not killing those. I forgot to mention. I don't want to do. Please don't. I don't want to do. Yeah, I just hit them with the flat of my blade. That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
I'm not it. I don't want to kill them. I don't want to start nothing. I'm just teaching them a lesson.
Regardless, you have created a pile of minions at the feet of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at them and be like, y'all should learn your lesson. Don't. And it's like, don't be rude to your elders.
All right. Roll me an intimidation check.
Sure. I have a +3. Ooh, I rolled a 15, so 18.
Nice. You kind of watch him kind of look at his friends who have collapsed, look at you guys, and kind of like, you see him sort of clocking. He's not doing much of anything here. And he's going to use his turn to make a break for it.
I would let him go.
All right.
So he passed by me.
No, he's going to head in the direction of Carawynn.
Oh, damn. I wanted to trip him on his way out. Just to fuck with him a little bit more.
But Carawynn, this is the one wearing the brooch.
Oh, so they're coming towards me.
I'm a sentinel. I'm going to try and stop him.
Okay.
And I would like to grab him instead of doing damage, if that is okay with you, if I manage to clock his ass.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, okay. That's a 28 to hit him.
That'll hit.
Cool. So instead of damaging, you want me to just roll athletics to try and grapple his ass?
Yeah.
That's a 23.
That he's definitely, strength is not really his strong suit. So, and that's a nat 1. So yeah, you got him.
I'm going to grab him by the back of his head and pick him up off the ground, big burly man style, and be like, you're just going to leave your friends like that bleeding on the ground. And I'm going to walk over to one and kick it, lay on hands 1 point. Walk over to the next one, kick it, lay on hands 1 point. Walk over to the third one, kick him, lay on hands 1 point.
Okay.
Just so they could get back on their feet. And I'm be holding their boss and be like, I hope you learned your lesson. Stop being fucking cunts.
Yeah, they look so dazed, but they just nod.
And don't mess with the older folks that we're helping. You can be mean to the older folks that are mean to you.
All right, fine.
Just get out. I don't want to hear it.
I'm like, please put your knives on the ground so I can clean them, and I will charge you a fee, and you can come pick them up later.
And they'll do as you ask, and they'll put the knives on the ground. And
I drop the boss, and I'm like, I'll see you later to pick up your weapons.
And they'll nod and retreat back into the tavern.
I'm just strolling up, going like, oh, I'm surprised. Like, this is a new record for us. We didn't get into, like, brawls or anything, like, all month. And this is how we're closing it out. So that's pretty good.
They swung by the shop and threatened me, and then I saw them picking a fight with Aelon. They're just a bunch of thwarts.
You didn't get in brawls all month. I'm gonna quickly sweep my hair back over my head a little bit, rub my my face, get a little bit of blood off, dust my clothes off. Now, if you excuse me, and I'm gonna go back over to the old man. I do shoot Carawynn a look, and it's a up and down glance. Because he's never seen a centaur before. But he'll go back over to the old man, and he's going to continue, helping him. I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for that. And he'll kind of look to the party and be like, see you back home tonight.
Right.
Can I have the swords back? I need to go clean them.
Oh, right. He'll hand you the swords.
Okay. Hey, Aelon, remember to...
Who's Aelon? Who's Aelon?
Jason! fucking Jason.
It's the worst name. It's the worst name.
Fucking Jason. Finish up any business you have in town.
Carawyn's just going to be kind of looking at these people just doing strange things, having just fought off a whole bunch of bandits.
I stopped by to give Damien some lunch because I picked up food for everyone.
Damien's going to put his hand on Chatwin's shoulder and be like, you want to come meet my new friend real quick? He said he was looking for us.
Oh, I don't like that at all. That's not good implications. So,
I'm going to invite him into my shop. We'll have a cup of tea and we'll just talk.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. I have nothing else to do today. I'm finishing up all my business.
Likewise. He's going to pick up all the daggers that they dropped, take them back to his shop so he can clean them. Most expensive cleaning job these assassins have ever paid for.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's going to look over at Carawynn and be like, Carawynn, you want to come inside and get you a drink?
Carawynn just kind of look back at the bar and look at Damien. And he'll put his stuff away and he'll kind of give an emphatic, absolutely. And he'll trot on over, like a literal horse trot.
Yeah, as y'all are walking there, he's gonna be like, "You're not bad with that bow. That's 3 out of 4 shots you hit."
And I'll say, "Why, thank you. Usually I do a little bit better, but things happen or don't."
All right,
and he'll just kind of shrug it off, and he'll be jovial and just kind of follow Damien into his little hut.
Damien's gonna go into the shop, get out a pitcher of water, pour you a glass, and just be like, so you said you were looking for me, and you mind telling me what you're looking for me for?
Absolutely, of course. Hold on. He'll reach into his little haversack, and he'll kind of pull out this sheet of paper that has a very crudely drawn set of the members. So we'll have a little drawing of Damien, like it says Damien, this is a little crude drawing of Damien. Then we'll have a picture of Chatwynn, and written there in a crude drawing of Chatwynn. Very fiery, very angry looking. Then there'll be a picture of Aelon with big doe eyes, and a little name, just kind of with little squiggles and stuff like that. And there seemed to be a few, a couple other names, but they looked like they've been erased or smudged out. Like maybe they were trying to remember something or whatever it was. But he'll kind of show the picture to Damien, and he'll say, "See, this is you," and point to the picture, the crudely drawn picture, And then you apparently have some friends named Chatwynn. Chatwynn, did I say that right?
Yeah, you said it right.
I've entered the hut as well with Damien. I'm just like kind of standing at the door and go like, uh-huh.
He'll look at the picture and then look at you. This is spot on.
No, she looks way different in the picture, doesn't she?
Oh,
I'm wearing my disguise, yeah. Hair a different color, eyes different color, skin more rosy, longer ears.
mind you, this is a really badly drawn drawing, so
Oh yeah.
like you don't look quite as angry in this picture as you've been depicted, but that's okay. I'm sure you're seething underneath. And then he'll point to Elon and this person here. Think Elon is the name? Yes. So, I have come from the Fey Wilds, and he'll do this like kind of mystical gesture, like ooh ah, little showmanship.
Damien noticeably relaxes that. It's like, oh, all right. That's a lot better than I was expecting.
It's like, were you expecting other company?
Oh, yeah. I was expecting people to be hunting us down kind of thing.
Oh.
How's the Summer King doing? He's still partying? That was a great night.
Oh, each court does their own thing, and Summer, they know how to party. And he'll just kind of shift around in this small hut, because he's, again, kind of big, also part horse, and is trying to find... He'll just kind of... before I say any more, is there anywhere I can kind of... He'll gesture to his rear and be like, park myself? I mean, I don't want to break anything.
Anything you break, I can fix. Do you prefer a chair, or you want me to move like a cushion for you?
A cushion would be fantastic.
He's going to go to the back and like grab something to use as a cushion and throw it down for him.
He's going to plop down with a hefty thud. So even though some things are going to jostle and shake because this is 850 pounds of horse behind plopping on the ground. And I'm like, perfect, much better. All that walking has my hooves a little bit sore, And he'll just kind of bring his hooves a little bit closer and kind of massage his legs a little bit. Right, yes. As I was saying, I am from the Fey Wilds, doing the same kind of funny little gesture. I was sent here on behalf of a mutual friend of ours, one that you know as Aliana.
Eternal screaming!
Wait. Chatwynn, go get Elon. Tell him it's fucking important.
Oh yes, I thought he was nearby. I'll hold my story.
I very quietly, facing Carawynn the entire time, not putting my back to him, just shuffle to the side, open the door behind me, shuffle backwards outside the door, close it very slowly. Then I'll just kind of take off in the direction Elon did. The second I get sight of him, I'll just send him a message, be like, come back to Damien's hut, need to discuss about Aliana, and then run back to the hut.
Elon's head just shoots up, looks back at Damien's little soul. It's just like his ears wiggle, like he's as happy as he's been in so long. He's gonna like, okay, Mr. Farther, I need to hurry up. I won't take any pay for this, but I need to go. I have an emergency at home.
Oh, that's quite all right. Go ahead. I'll finish up here.
I'll just drop these. I'll drop these off at your home. I know where it is. I'll put them on the counter for you.
Oh, all right. That sounds good.
And he runs off, and it instantly drops, swings back. He busts into Damien's shop, very dramatic. Like, where is she?
Not here.
Close the door. God damn it.
He'll go in, close the door, and sit down, and his legs bouncing in anticipation.
This is Carawynn, a centaur from the Fey Wilds who was sent here on behalf of Aliana.
Oh, thank God.
Carowynn's going to get off of his rump and kind of like shuffle over, trying, his best not to destroy too much, even though Damien said that he could repair it. He's still trying to be mindful and polite.
I have the mending spell.
And he'll go over with the picture and be like, I see the resemblance. Wonderful. And he's going to kind of clamp both hands on Elon and be like, wonderful. You're all here. Fantastic. And then he'll go back over to his little cushion and sit down. Yes, I was sent here by Aliana, or rather on her behalf. She wanted me to let you know that she is safe. I am a part of an elite squad that usually goes to areas where Fae may be in more danger than they were prepared for. As I'm sure you're aware, Eliana had been going with you because of her unique abilities to traverse the realms and the planes, the Feywilds and the material plane. And normally, that's not possible for many different Fae. But we are allowed access for rescue operations, as the world is a very dangerous place. And for someone such as she, and he's going to gesture itty bitty tiny size, the world can be a very dangerous place. We did manage to receive contact from her, allowing us to know that she was in significant distress, and we're able to rescue her from wherever she was. I was not a part of that group, unfortunately, but I did see her upon her return. She looked much better than I would have expected, considering, when we go places, it's usually chaotic, to say the least. But she's doing well, and wanted someone else to go in her stead, as the experience left her a little bit traumatized. And so I was selected for this task, and I am excited and eager to learn more about this land, he says, kind of like excitedly.
Okay, pause one moment. Elon, I grab Elon by the shoulder and kind of pull him into the corner. And I use the message spell so we can talk telepathically. Hey, where did you say Aliana was given? You gave her to a guard, right?
Yeah, I
And we're not entirely sure where that guard took her, but it's, it's a pretty good guess that she ended up, where.
okay. I can respond, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to try to make it as simple as possible. I scared a guard. He decided not to fight me. I told him to just leave the fight. I asked him to take her somewhere safe, preferably to your girlfriend's. She did not arrive. I looked for her before we left. We had to leave.
You told a guard loyal to Donovan Thane to go to Ilya's home because she was our friend.
I asked him to help Aliana.
You told him a safe place to go would be to Ilya's home.
Y'all are just gonna see Elon's head, like you can see his eyes go wide, and his head just drops again. Like he was so happy for a moment, and now he just droops. Yeah. Actually, it was one of the guards inside of the town, so he wasn't loyal, but he was paid off, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he was paid off. He had a financial incentive. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, of course, because loyalty cannot be bought. Nobody can be bought into giving information. It's inconceivable for a man to turn around and go to Donovan Thane and be like, they said Ilya Redwald was a safe person to go to. Let's go interrogate her. Oh, no, of course that wouldn't happen. Nobody gets financial gain from that.
Out loud, Elon is going to be like, I'm sorry, Chatwin.
I'll just stop using message and just out loud, point blank, look at Elon. Here's the thing. How the fuck can we know that Aliana is anywhere but the worst place in the world? Look back at Carawynn. How the fuck can your word be something that can be trusted? How Aliana is back in the Feywild safe and you're our replacement, an ambassador from the Feywild here to assist us in our endeavors. There's nothing suspicious about that, considering whose clutches Aliana was in just recently. What, pray tell, happened exactly with Aliana? Where was she? How did she get back? Who were the people that brought her back? Why doesn't she want to come back? What's happening here?
Chatwin, one thing that I see that is a reason to trust him is points at the paper. Delta's on that paper, and Donovan doesn't know who that is.
Carawynn will kind of take out the paper and show it to Chatwin to let them get a better look.
Because it's got two smudged out figures for Thaelthu and Rubo.
I take it and just do a deep fucking investigation. I'm looking at the handwriting, looking at the smudges, trying to just get as much information as I can from this piece of paper.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation.
It seems like it was written with very tiny hands.
Was it a tiny little pen? 17.
Yeah, so with the 17, you never really saw Aliana's handwriting at all, but this definitely does look smaller than typical print, and you would see that there are indeed two smudged out, partially drawn figures, and you see sort of the end of a tail peeking out of one of them.
All right, so we are familiar that Theothu departed from our company before any sort of confrontation with Donovan Thane. Rubo disappeared during said confrontation with Donovan Thane. So, if Aliana's fully aware of this, that he's completely out of the picture, that a month after that confrontation, Rubo still would not be with us, thus prompting her to smudge out his face, saying that you would not be looking for him as well, how does she know that he's not with us? Does she know where he is?
He did just say that she was recently released back, or that she recently got rescued into the Feywilds. So, seeing as how Donovan caused the Rubo to go poof, maybe she knows something.
And also, that may be my fault. I have very big hands, and that's a very small piece of paper, and I might have been a little careless with it. So I do apologize if that's caused any additional confusion. But to answer your numerous questions, they all came so fast. But, right, how everything kind of happened. Right. So, as I said before, I am not the person who actually went and dealt with this issue. And as, if I recall, you did not spend too long in the Feywilds, you may not be privy to a lot of our other systems that exist. So allow me to elaborate. Like I said, I'm a part of a specific squad of people, or Fey, rather, within the Spring Court. And we are tasked with rescue operations for those who work in the gardens. As you may have been informed by Aliana, she and other Fae of her kind, though any Fae can really participate, often go to other planes and other realms to add to the immense and wonderful gardens that we have in the Spring Court. But that does carry a lot of dangers. And in recency, especially related, to the recent invasion of our home that you also graciously helped us with, we have been on much higher alert in a lot of ways. So, that aside, we go from plane to plane as we find out that our kind may be in distress. They do have ways of contacting us, though it can vary from how they do so. And so we collectively received a brief contact from the material plane, where not many Fae tend to go too often, considering just how chaotic and brutal this place is. I mean, this place is insane. I come here out of nowhere, and all of a sudden there's a fight, seemingly to the death, in front of a bar. Exciting, but for a small Fae, if it weren't me, it could be terrifying, So, where was I? Sorry, I tend to lose my train of thought sometimes, especially thinking of all these questions and everything. So much new information.
I actually got a question.
And Carawynn will stop for a moment and turn to Elon.
Is she okay?
He will look into Elon's eyes very deeply and see the compassion there. And Carawynn will smile. And, with as much, honesty and compassion that he can kind of exchange, and he'll gently place a hand on his shoulder and he'll say, yes, she is safe. She endured much from whenever you two had departed. She didn't tell me a lot of what happened. She seemed very shaken. I only got bits and pieces in whatever I was informed of, as pertinent to finding her companions and ensuring their own safety and being an appropriate replacement for her while she recovers.
So you're only here because of the deal. You're just replacing her. Okay.
What information did you receive from Aliana about what happened? What did she tell you?
From what she did tell me, she mentioned being, a lot of chaos and being taken by the guard. And, while that was all happening, she was heavily injured, or I guess what might be considered heavily injured for a Fae. And she didn't hear much, but she was taken somewhere dark and cold and unfamiliar. And she was scared, in the material plane, not readily having access to be able to escape or go anywhere, and not knowing what has happened to her companions that she had spent, time with. Though time passes differently for Fae, she seemed to value all of you very greatly. She was very excited to be able to go on this journey with you. And she was bereft and, distressed that she would not be able to continue. But the thought of returning to where she was held, where she was sort of silenced in a way, was too much for her to bear at this point. I've never seen her so, and I'll just kind of look down at the ground and kind of paw, so shaken. She's usually very bubbly, but she was very, very upset. I couldn't get much more from her specifically. So unfortunately, I don't have much. I don't have a who or a what, though she did... No. I didn't really get the who or the what had happened. Just there was a guard and, there was a large confrontation. She may have said the name, but I cannot, for the life of me, recall any specific name.
What about her body?
In terms of, is it fine?
Torture, different, shoots a glance at Chatwin and it's just like, different parts?
From what I saw, her body was intact. Some damage, it looked like from, maybe being handled roughly and some magical residue. But for the most part, together. Especially, and her wings were in a bit of bad shape, but they were reparable. Nothing a bit of rejuvenation would not fix. As far as signs of torture, by the time I saw her, she had been back for a little bit of time, so some of those effects may have faded on her physically, but I can assure you that mentally, the strain seemed to have been more significant.
She seems different from how she used to be.
More reserved. Not as bubbly.
So, my only concern is two things. How can you prove to us that any of this is actually truthful, that Aliana returned safely, that she's actually back in the Feywild, this was all her choice not to come back? And is it actually Aliana, not just something wearing her?
Well, Carawynn will kind of look at Chatwin and he'll kind of smile and just, I guess, supposedly weird in the situation, but that's what he does. And he'll just say, well, there's no way I can. I'm not sure what I could tell you. She did tell me you were an awful wary bunch. There's nothing I can say that could truly guarantee that anything I said was truthful or honest. But what other reason would I have to be here? I come from the Feywilds. That's my home. I wouldn't really want to be here otherwise. I have much to do.
Okay.
How good are you at fighting?
Well, I didn't get to showcase much of my abilities, but I think I can be pretty handy in a fight. I've got the horsepower.
Since you are technically here because of my deal, Alon's going to stand up. I might want some help.
I'm sorry, we're just going to accept this with no proof, no guarantee, no nothing.
I would like to use him at least to go save your girlfriend, since I realize now, a month later, that I fucked up.
So our plan is to charge back to the Andrus Isle with some person from the Feywild claiming they're here to help. Sent by Aliana, maybe.
I don't know, Chatwin. What do you want me to do? No offense, I'm going stir crazy here anyways.
I know it's time to move on, but I just... What the fuck?
Do you want to go back to... I don't know...
We can't go back now.
We can go back to the forest, go see if, ask one of the, ask the fake courts and say, hey, is this guy real?
We could...
I mean, honestly, Chatwin, I've never seen someone like that before. A centaur?
Yes, centaur.
And there was a lot of crazy shit in the Feywild, so...
I don't doubt that he's from the Feywild. I don't doubt that he believes what he's been told is true. What I doubt is that... I think Aliana might have been compromised.
You think they did to Aliana what they did to you?
Possibly. Aliana could be somebody else just wearing her, or it could be truly Aliana, but her intentions, her alliances have been somewhat twisted.
So, if that's the case, if I were to disappear for a week, you would no longer trust me.
If you were to disappear into the clutches of Donovan Thane, I don't know.
And if I came out battered and bruised, blood all over me, you would pretend like you didn't know me and walk away, because that's the safest option. Because you're not going to have faith in the friends that we have, the friendships we built.
Aliana is not standing here before us. There's no way to prove the legitimacy of this. If you are standing before me, there are ways to check. There are ways to prove it. I'm not saying we give up entirely. I'm just saying we maybe find some proof. We maybe... I don't want to run into things blindly.
The only way that we can get proof of this is to go to the Feywilds. And that is a hell of a trek away. So you can make the decision, like Alon's trying to do, and say, well, I still have faith in Aliana, so I'm going to trust him. Or you can doubt him the entire fucking time, and that will cause problems. Chatwin, I'm not telling you to trust him completely. If you want, watch him. You don't sleep. Makes it easy for you.
Maybe we can use him. He's another body. God, sending a goddamn warhorse, I guess, into them will, I think, give him at least a shock.
I mean, I wouldn't try to throw his life away like that. And I honestly don't think going back to the Isle is a good idea.
We've recovered. We know we're more prepared. We've gotten a little bit stronger through this as well, just through this month. You don't think we got a chance maybe to kill him this time? We know his tricks.
Not right now, no.
Alright, how about this? Let's all reconvene at Chatwin's place, where your family is. We'll talk about this there. Because I'd like to ask your grandfather if he has a way to possibly reach out to Ilya.
That was my next query, to see if there was a way to contact or view Aliana or Ilya in any way, to reach out to both of them and see if, one, both are okay, and two, if there is legitimacy to this story. If we can do that, I would feel better. I'm not trying to be on edge all the time and be argumentative. Everything is crumbling and I'm trying to make it happen less.
I know. That's why. Let's just reconvene at your place, okay?
Yes, we can do that. We'll get my grandfather's way and see if there's anything that can be done to contact Ilya and Aliana. If not, I just kind of look at Carawynn, just give him a very slow up and down look.
He smiles.
Yeah, we'll figure this out.
Davian's gonna look at Carawynn and be like, don't worry, they mean well. We just really been fucked recently.
Ah, that's fair.
No lube.
He's going to look at Elon and just be like, "What?
Don't worry about it."
Okay, I won't.
We were fucked so bad. Bad. So hard and terribly, just
so raw.
Just so rough.
Yeah, 12-inch sandpaper dildo.
And on that note,
you can stop us at any point, Emma.
It's like Carolynn's just going to nod emphatically and just be like, I see. Well, hopefully I can help to, what would be the phrase, unfuck the situation. And he's going to look at Chatwin and just like, I can certainly understand you not trusting me. First of all, I look like nothing you may have ever seen before, which, that's, new things are scary. For sure, that's fair. But I will do my best to assure you that I am only here to help, and I will do my best to be an appropriate guide and companion in your journey. And hopefully, along the way, I will prove that I am up to snuff, and that I can carry myself in a fight. Just you wait. I forgot what I was going to say. But let's go to this house.
He just keeps going on, and Chatwin's just like, I'm gonna kill him.
Yep. All right. Let's go get unfucked.
and on that note, I think that's where we're going to leave it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for listening. If you liked what you heard tonight, please go ahead and follow us on social media or subscribe to the podcast so that you don't miss another episode. Our social media is Chronicles of Kriath Pod, all one word, all lowercase, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast. Thank you all so much for listening. We will see you next time. Bye!
Bye-bye.
Let's get unfucked.
Let's go horse fuck them.